Please welcome to the stage a Civil War ghost!
My name was Oliver Buford Braddock. I was a proud son of the state of North Carolina, and I died as a soldier in the Confederate Army. My trade was bounty hunting, capturing runaway slaves in the service to their plantation masters. As I lay dying on the field of Appomattox, drowning in a pool of my own sanguine fluid, I swore that my vengeful spirit would haunt Lincoln's cursed Union until every last slave had been returned unto captivity. 150 years later, I am here to say I was wrong. And I'm sorry. I mean, Lord have mercy. Sometimes you get it wrong and sometimes you get it wrong. We were absolutely on the wrong side of history. We've done a bad thing. It's not really even the kind of thing you can apologize for. It's not really like a mistake. I mean, we founded an entire civilization on theft and slavery. It's not like a oops is going to cover that up. You know, it's before y'all start to leap to my defense and say, oh, he was a product of his time, y'all should open up a history book, because a lot of people at the time were of the opinion that slavery was wrong, not least of which were the slaves. I mean, they visibly didn't like it. My cousin was a Quaker and an abolitionist, and he looked me in the face and said, Buford, slavery is wrong for the following reasons. 1, basic respect for human dignity. 2, the golden rule. 3, just a thimbleful of moral reasoning. I ignored 100% of that. Here's the thing, you know, technically my unfinished business, my ghostly raison d'etre, is capturing runaway slaves, so I can't move on as a spirit until I do that. But guess what? I'm just not gonna do it. No thank you, not interested. And even if I did pass on, I'd probably go straight to hell. Because, and I can't be clear enough about this, I was the most evil you can be. So that's why I made another promise from beyond the grave this time. I swore upon my undying honor, a spectral revenant set upon the world like a dog upon a wounded buck, that I would bend my lifeless will to the new task of ridding these United States of the curse of racism once and for all. Turns out ending racism is very hard. Very hard to do. You know, I was able to scare the living daylights out of some of your more virulent bigots. It was effortless to slip in and out of Klan rallies because they already look like ghosts. But does anyone here know what redlining is? So redlining is a practice in which a bank, as a matter of policy, makes it impossible for black families to take out a loan or a mortgage. Now you tell me, how am I supposed to use my ability to make books fly around a room fix that? How do I leverage possessing a little girl and she crawls up the wall and turns her head around into black families being recognized as equal participants in the American dream? It's impossible. Which is why, in the early 1960s, I laid a translucent hand across the bloody Confederate uniform I'd worn each night for 100 years. Directly over where once my beating heart now gave way to graveyard mist and the chill of eternal night, and proclaimed I would instead seek to dismantle the larger systems of oppression and impersonal racism in our society. Y'all, I didn't even come close. I mean, how are you going to dismantle a system when you're not even a part of the system of life and death? You know, here's the thing. I started to notice that racism didn't originate at the point of contact with the black community. In other words, the white supremacy that made me hunt and capture runaway slaves in the olden days of the pre-war South was still present in the hearts and minds of even progressive liberals who might balk at the use of a racial slur, but would get all huffy and annoyed if their friend posted about Ferguson a little too much. You know, secret racists. You know, it's the kind of thing where the kind of person who would say, like, oh, the cops and the protesters both need to behave better, as though a random group of people from a geographic region should be held to the same standard of behavior as a group of highly trained, uniform-wearing, badge-holding, gun-wielding law enforcement agents. That's ridiculous. You need to get your shit together. I vowed, as I did once vow, to storm into the North and bring war onto the Yankee scum and hold up the dark mirror of the underworld to their sallow northern faces and show them their own sin deep in the heart of their most sacred institution. I'm referring, of course, to this sketch and improv comedy theater. And you fine people here tonight. I hope I've been able to scare you at least a little bit. After all, the only thing scarier than a ghost who knows he's a racist is a flesh and blood cracker who doesn't.